Maine press conference, and we'll start with a opening statement from the head coach, please.
Yeah, congratulations to NC State. I hope they go very far in this tournament. It's a great team. And Coach Moore is a great coach and a really classy guy. So as far as our team, I'm just so proud of them. To come down here in December and really lose by a lot, and it could have been a lot worse. And to come today, and I knew we had improved a lot, and we knew what we were facing, but our kids never quit to outscore them in the second half. We had that 2-minute spurt there at the end of the second quarter that really hurt us. But besides that, I feel like we played right with them the entire game. So just so proud of our team, especially our seniors, Tanisha and Parise. Just two of the greatest kids you could ask for in a program.
Okay, thank you, Coach. At this time, we'll open the floor up for questions for student athletes. Once again, if you have a question for a student athlete, please raise your hand. Dora, could you talk a little bit, we had talked about this yesterday, about how much the size difference impacted the game, just the pure height of NC State?
I mean, yeah, and I think they're taller than us in every position. So we need to play hard and we need to box out. But they're great players, and I wish them good luck.
Yes, sir.
This is for both players. If you think back to the earlier season meeting with NC State, what are some of the things that you guys feel like you did better in this game to keep it much closer?
Parise, could you answer first?
First we shot the ball a lot better last time. We shot like 27% from the field. And then having Fani back was huge, just her rebounding presence. And I think Coach said we gave up no offensive rebound in the second half. That's huge. We didn't give up that many, so that's huge for us. And yeah, I think that was the difference.
Dora, do you have anything to add?
No, just like boxing out was a key for us.
Yes, ma'am.
Dora, you had a pretty good game. At the end of the third, you were the highest scoring. You had scored the most points in the whole game. What worked for you today?
I don't know. I just like play my game and our game, and my teammates really help me. They always like tell me like keep shooting the ball. Even like when I have bad games, they always tell me shoot the ball, keep shooting, and also the coaches doing a good job. So it's really helped me too.
Yes, sir.
This is a question for anyone. Your two leading scorers, Sutton and Milan, went scoreless in the first half. So, kind of like, how shocked were you all to see that happen?
Parise, could you
Coach? I'll answer that. Tanisha and Blanca have led us all year long. And they had a tough shooting day today. It happens, and if we played again, I'd want them to shoot the shots they shot today. And I think our whole team feels the same way. So.
Any other questions? Yes, sir.
Parise, you and Dora both combined for, looks like 9 of the 11 made threes for your team. Was that something you guys planned on coming in, shooting that many threes, or did you feel like you were forced back behind the arc? What was the approach?
I think you take what the defense gives you. We knew that they were sagging on our post defense. So the handoffs were going to be open for threes, so we got a lot of threes off that. So.
Any other questions for the student athletes? Yes.
Parise, senior year, Maine kid. What was this ride like for you?
It's unreal. 3 years ago, I had to make a hard decision. I left this game. I had to trust that, God's plan for my life was better than anything I could have imagined. And, just looking at where I am now and the opportunity that I got to come back, it's just been a testament to that. And I feel like the most blessed person on the planet. And yeah, I'm just so thankful for this opportunity. It's been awesome.
Any other questions for the student athletes? All right, ladies, thank you very much. You're excused.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
All right, now we'll open it up for coach. Questions for the coach? Yes, ma'am.
You said in your opening statement they played the entire game. I saw that towards the end. There was no sign of defeat. Why? How did this do that?
Yeah, I said to our kids before the game, there was not going to be anything on that court that they hadn't seen before. I said yesterday in the press conference, we play the best teams we can play. In the last 3 years, we've played, I think, 15 Power 5 schools, at least. And so we've played at Mississippi State, played at South Carolina, played at Ohio State. So these kids are not shell-shocked with the competition when we get here. And that's really important. And they weren't. They came out, and I knew they would. They felt good. They felt prepared. They felt confident. And even when we were down, double digits, we just kept saying if we can get it within 10, we can make a run. And we had some really good possessions with some really good shots that just didn't fall for us to cut that lead. So it's the team they are. They fight, and they never give up.
Yes, sir.
You alluded to it in your statement opening this up, but NC State finished the second quarter on that 13-0 run. They finished the first quarter on a 10-0 run. What were the conversations in those breaks with the team?
Yeah, I mean, that hurt. I mean, it just hurt. A lot of different things went into that, but that, especially at the end of the second quarter, was tough. I'm glad how we regrouped. We just said we got to come out. It's still, 17 points in this game, in any basketball game, is not an overwhelming amount of points. But if you try and get it all back at once, you're not going to be able to do that. So we had it. We had it to 11, I think. We had it to 12. We had shots. We just couldn't get over that hump. So, and that's a credit to NC State too. I know they didn't shoot the ball great today, but I'd like to think some of that was due to us. I know they had a lot that went in and out, but yeah.
Let's go to the back over here.
You're noticeably emotional. What's kind of going through your mind right now?
Yeah, I just Tanisha and Parise are just two of the best kids you'll ever find. And I said to Tanisha in the locker room, I said, when I got that phone call 5 years ago that you weren't coming to Maine, it broke my heart. And a year later, when she called back and said she wanted to, it's just hard, to see a story like Parise, a kid who just, gosh, if you all knew her, you'd want your daughter to be like her. And so it's just hard for those two.
Yes, sir.
You mentioned, ma'am, that you saw, obviously you guys played state.
Yeah.
They're drastically different now. What are your impressions of them?
Yeah.
When they've dealt with a lot, what are your impressions of how they've handled that and how far they might get?
Yeah, I can't give enough credit to Coach Moore and his staff. To see them come out and warm up and have like 8 kids, on the floor. They have, I know he said this yesterday, and they're right, they've had to reinvent themselves, and they have. To be where they're at with all the injuries they've had is really impressive. They're 1 through 5, their 5 starters are just solid. I know number 1 didn't have a great game today, but you leave her open, I know she's going to make, every time she had a shot, I held my breath, because you think it's going to go in, and then, they're just good. I think that 33, the freshman, just to see how she's come along, she's improved so much since we played them last. And I know she wasn't playing a ton of minutes at that time, but she still was playing. And so it's fun. I really do. I hope they go really far. I know Coach Moore will have them prepared and his staff, but to see what they've gone through this year, it's impressive to see what level they're playing at.
Do you have a question?
Yes, following up what you said about Tanisha and
Yeah.
Parise, it's obviously going to be very emotional for them right now, but in the coming days, what do you want them to kind of look back and think of this season and what they've done at Maine?
Yeah, I think they both are Courtney said it, and, Courtney, our assistant, is pregnant, and she said, I just, if my daughter can be like them, that's what I want her to be like. And for them, I think they're both very level-headed. I think they will look back, not only at this year, but at their careers. They both took very different paths to get here. And they were both part of us turning this program around. When Parise committed to us, I think we had won maybe 8 games that previous year. When Tanisha committed to us originally, we had won 8 games. We weren't 25-8, and they took a chance on us. And I hope they they have very, and I know they will, but very fond memories of their teammates and of just how much they've done for the program.
We've got time for one more question. Yes, sir.
Let's just expand on that, ma'am. Your sense of gratitude towards your kids that are outgoing now, and your impression of where they've left the program.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, I can't say enough about them, you know. Again, they came in, I said it in the locker room, Paris, her freshman year, might have played 1 minute all year. She didn't play, you know, even when we were up 40, she didn't play, you know. And I think that's hard. Kids, you know, these days, they come in as freshmen and want to play, and they don't play, and they leave. You know, that happens a lot. And Paris left the game not because she wanted to transfer schools to play somewhere else, but just because it wasn't fun for her anymore. And she's a very spiritual person, and it's funny to hear her say, you know, but it's not funny. It's really cool. But, you know, God had a plan for her. And when she came back into my office and asked for a release, and I said, I really would like you to be on our team and not go anywhere. And I promised her nothing. I said, I don't know if you'll play at all, you know, but I do know I want you on my team because you are one of the best kids I've ever been around. And to see where she's at individually at this point is just amazing. And Tanisha, we're gonna miss her. I mean, I know she didn't have a great game today, but that kid is the heart and soul of our team. And that's going to be a really big hole to fill, not only statistically, but just as a leader. So they're leaving it in a pretty good spot.
Okay, Coach, thank you very,
Thank
very
you.
much. We'll begin the NC State press conference momentarily.